Sewer, Houston, Town Cross Tribe, did one as well, request for us. So it's a great...
The FEMA has never been better. Robert has a problem with vocal cords, so he's real quiet, so he can't back up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
With the FEMA piece, when a disaster declaration has been requested by the governor, that's the only time when FEMA can kind of step into the mix. Is that correct?
No, there's a little bit before then. And the governor has not yet requested federal assistance, because the response we can handle well ourselves. Once we get an idea of the total damages, then we make the formal request. FEMA is an active partner in us getting that damage assessment. They are primed. We put them on notice. They're ready to send their teams down to us to go in for house by house, look at the infrastructure, get the documentation, get some initial costs. And then that would be the basis for our request. And because they have it with us, they can then help with the analysis. So it goes from the FEMA administrator to the president.
So how many FEMA staff, employees, do we have within what we're dealing with up here in the valley, down on the peninsula? And I'm assuming those FEMA personnel are then working directly with the state as you go out and do these assessments.
Well, they have the area office here, which has 4. And as soon as we start any kind of operations, they're in here, so they can get all the information necessary posted back to their region. So far in the response phase, we have not had it, so they are just letting that know back to the region. In about a week, we'll be transitioning out of response and going into a recovery in which they'll have a much bigger role. They may send 4 or 5 teams down of people to help document. Pardon?
How many people per team?
4 or 5 or so. So they're primed up.
And are these folks from Alaska, or do they come from outside?
From
outside.
Everywhere?
Yeah. Primarily.
Reservists in Alaska, about 30 that can come anytime.
And a lot of that is just getting it down, description, pictures, some preliminary engineering estimates, but it's all about getting it on the record early. Because a lot of what the president considers is how widespread is it, how deep it is. And dollars are a big part of it. Number of homes destroyed or with major damage, with minor damage.
Say this is one disaster and here we now have disaster mark, or because
Right, and I put a note to safety or she just said I can check that out rather than restate.
so plan.
Okay.
Staying ahead of it.
All right,
So you have to
and
know what's
can
going
I just
on.
get a
and what's-
phone number
We
for
have
you?
list all the communities that we've been in contact with, what the status of their EOCs, any evacuations, and this is the basis by which we can then say, now, knowing this, what are the next things they're going to need? What are they trying to anticipate? There's only one active shelter now.
Yeah, there's one active shelter. It's at the Willow Community Center. We try to keep this board updated continually, take off the old stuff, put the new stuff on. We also keep it updated over here on our computer screens. We put it right here, Lisa, and it goes up there, so that John or Deputy Director O'Hare can come in. They can look at our boards. They know immediately what's going on within just a few seconds, and then they can go out and do any kind of interviews or anything they have to do. That's our main goal here. When they get these screens up, I asked Mr. Madden, please keep my whiteboard for me because I love my whiteboards. They're so easy.
But we also immediately go into the battle rhythm, so we have very standardization right here, so we know where we are, where we're going. And but the things are, initially it was evacuations and sheltering. Then it was support of DOT for their keeping the highways open, opening up culverts, emergency repairs, and then the railroad. They're rather self-sustained, but had they needed any logistics, it would come through here.
They're going to start on
the way that we phrase it. Usually along the northern parts of
Okay, okay, so anyways,
major
right
ones
now,
that hit were
Crow
somewhere
Creek
between
and
Point
the
Hope and
airport,
Point
and
Barrow.
Girdwood, and that's all I got for you right now.
What happens is you
Okay,
have the
thanks,
ice
Lynn.
that's worked its way to shore,
Yep,
and then there's
yep,
a
both
rise
those in
and
Girdwood,
water.
and if you have
And
any
that rise and
questions or
water
any follow-up,
causes
can you just,
the ice to
respond
kind
to
of
the
flip
email that I'll
onto
send
the,
you
on the
right now.
shore.
you know, and I'm like, how would you get declared? And I was like, well, you would have to, you know, you would have to declare, or you would have to talk to us further about that, or, you know. So anyways, I said, Brian wants to talk to you a little bit more about, yes, yours are updated too.
We could send her those. You know, all that information that's on there we have in slides. If you want us to send them to us, just leave me an email address and we'll get those to you.
Most insurance policies for flood, including national flooding, is movement of water. Rising. So even if you have flood insurance, rising water.
Looking for some pictures from the mountain woods behind us.
Hard to believe that there was something. Look at that. A little lonely sunflower in front of their house. Wow.
You're gonna buck up the
Yeah. I don't necessarily want to go downstream. Andrea would record the event though. So you would at least get a...
It was moved. Okay. I'll meet you down there.
He's okay. It could have been a better.
It's right along here. Maud Road down, and like I said, it's about 20 years old and it's gotten chewed away. And then the Circle View area, which we can go down to, is farther down here. It's a big structure.
That road was in place.
Oh yeah, yes. Yeah, in fact, there was a gate there's a gate to keep people out of there. So I parked right next to it and walked around the gate and went up, and that's completely gone.
It's in the bottom there. This is a waterfall
Wow.
last week. Yeah.
This is
There's never water here.
just lower.
These motocross people haven't had much business this summer. Their driveway's been underwater for most of the summer. Yeah, this is unusual for all this water to be here. And it's actually gone down some since yesterday. it, you can see the debris and stuff.
See how far it got up over the bike path.
Over the bike path, yeah. And where did the roof come from?
It was Forrest Bluebaugh's property. His house was teetering on the edge. He moved out 2 years ago when his property eroded away up to the edge of his house. He lost half of his house at that time.
We're in small bits.
Right. And there's more debris along in here when the water goes down because there's a guy, the stuff you can see along the, I call him the junk man, he's had a junkyard property right next to Ed Musials, who's the super neat channel. Okay, don't get close to the edge. Yeah.
So that part of it, at one point in time, was
2-3 years ago, there wasn't a channel that was just all solid. And they say that Ed Musials, we had a peninsula here anyway. And there was actually a little free thing. Some of it is from that. And then the big stuff is over here, which is like 10 miles up the road. And the scary thing is there still is a big log jam.